It's hard to stay on top for a long period of time, to remain the champion. Inside this competitive environment, this is Ananias the male American toad, who was rescued during a road rescue in Frog Week 2024. It's been incredible to watch this little toad, who's not the strongest and not the quickest, take advantage of every opportunity, and not through force, but through persistence. But to better understand him, we have to get into his world and see what it's like. So we sent the Toad Cam inside the enclosure once again to follow Ananias and all the events that would unfold throughout February. When we send the Toad POV Cam in to film the American toads, of course Ananias is very curious. He thinks, is this a new competitor? Is this something new? What am I doing here? And it's always fun to watch his reaction every time the camera goes in. But eventually, he loses interest and gets back to work. He understands that there's an opportunity when the cameras come out. This little toad has every movement calculated. He has every opportunity evaluated. It almost looks like he has his strategy forming as he's observing whatever it is that he's looking at. You can almost see the little wheels turning inside his head. But success in here, in this enclosure, this environment, is not about one moment of dominance. It's built through repetition, through balance, showing up again and again and again. And that consistency has placed Ananias II in the center of this enclosure for nearly 18 months. As Junia rests after eating larger meals and Baldwin rests after consuming a large volume of prey, Ananias always seems to find the balance. He's always available to eat and always available, as he breaks the fourth wall, to guard the feeding dish that the toads have been target trained to go to. This also avoids the toads eating unwanted debris, like swallowing leaves or any other material that we really don't want them to digest. We focus on getting right to work, the caterpillars, roaches flipped on their backs, and everything else. This is never uncontested. Junia always challenges him, constantly. The space becomes territory, and food becomes competition. Presence becomes power, and these two American toads stand off in a battle of strength, a battle of wits, strategy, and obviously, who wants it more. Female American toads naturally are larger, stronger, and a little bit more aggressive, but Ananias seems to be pesky and persistent. He doesn't want to leave the target. Whenever both American toads are hungry, we make sure to get the camera because it's soon to be a highlight reel that we want to make sure we record for all of you. These American toads, as we observe them competing for resources inside this ecosystem, it's been one of the highlights filming this ecosystem, because in nature there is a competition for resources, and these toads in the wild would still be competing. Is a very important enrichment stimulant that a lot of people overlook. We don't want any animals to get hurt or starve, but allowing the animals to compete with each other creates environmental enrichment and also stimulates their minds. They have to stay sharp. They have to maintain their health and their weight. But let's dial it back in to the Woods Uncut in this takeover. It's been incredible watching the lives of these animals unfold. And for Junia, she's going to become the Frog Week 2026 representative of Woods and Forests Media. She's going to be the cover animal, carrying the whole brand. A toad that nobody wanted years ago, left in a 10-gallon enclosure, now dominates one of the largest, if not the largest, American toad vivarium, and her face is going to grace the cover of our coveted conservation project going into year 8. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to keep her and care for her, and I can't wait to highlight her and cover her story for many people to see. Junia has been one of the most impressive animals that I've ever had the chance to keep, with an amazing personality. And not only her story and Ananias, but Baldwin, the toad who had the surgery on his wrist. He's also a lot of people's spirit animal. They say they can relate to him in a lot of different aspects of life. He's been resting and enjoying himself after consuming a large buffet style of silkworms and hornworms, and also outcompeting Ananias in one of the most impressive highlight reels we've ever had on the channel for him. He's enjoying his rest, but there's more updates to come about all three of these American toads. We have so much to cover in Season 2. We left you with a lot of cliffhangers for the Woods Uncut takeover. What happened to the mushrooms? What's going on with the isopod colony? And of course, what's going to happen with our black field ant colony, the United? Are they getting a bigger home, or are they staying put? How's their population size? Is it continuously growing? Is it getting out of hand? Or is it decreasing? Is there a problem? We have so much to cover in Season 2. I can already spoil one thing for you. The black field ant colony is doing fantastic, and they're on their way to getting a brand new enclosure, much larger, so that way the population can continue to increase, and we can finally get to the point where they're stable enough to offer them as feeders for the American toads on a semi-regular to a regular basis. That's been one of the dreams this whole time, keeping them as pets, observing them, and enjoying them, and also building up to the anticipated battle between the black field ants and the American toads. I can't wait to highlight that, as everything is building in the right direction for that encounter to finally come true. And not only about the ants, but how about the dubia roaches, who made a surprise appearance in the Uncut takeover of 2026. Nobody thought the dubia roaches were going to make it into this series. However, they're the most important feeder insect, being very expensive to continuously purchase online, but colonizing them, a lot of people are afraid, and a lot of people don't want to see a roach every single day. But having the opportunity to treat them like cattle and allowing them to become the main feeder, the staple for the PA Woods Vivarium, has been very beneficial and one of the most important and necessary invertebrates that we're keeping in the woods and forest media community. They oftentimes are underestimated, overlooked, and thought of as an afterthought. However, the dubia roaches make one of the most important parts of this ecosystem. They break things down, and they also are prey items. They have such an important role for this ecosystem. All of these enclosures come together like the United States, different states coming together to form one union, and that union is our PA Woods Vivarium. I can't wait to find out what's going to happen in the lives of these animals moving forward in 2026. Even though the takeover is finished up here, we have so much behind the scenes footage to share, so many updates for the inverts and the toads. We're going to have a chance to see so many battles between all three American toads as they continue to fight for position to be the dominant animal in the competition of resources for the PA Woods Vivarium. Thank you for watching the Woods Uncut Takeover 2026, the first ever project featuring Woods and Forests Media. I hope that you'll continue to like and subscribe and share for more content, and continue to watch the lives of these American toads as they unfold in front of the camera for all of you. There's nothing more that I wanted 11 years ago than to create a story with animals that I love and care about, and share them, and also help you care for your animals. So I hope that that's what you can take away from the Woods Uncut and this takeover. Thanks again, and don't forget to like and subscribe.